Right now you are watching AoA's Far Cry 5 special project called Mapmaker. And again, this is a tutorial series. So, last time we left this map, I showed you how to make a beach. This was our beach. It's pretty nice. Doesn't look nice with all this mountain land shit here, but we're going to get rid of all that, don't worry. And we're going to open all this up, and it's going to be really nice there. And then I got a little secret that I want to make with these, because this could be a really good secret for me. So, I got something I want to do with that. And then, before we left, the main idea of the map was I was going to craft a mountain here, a really nice tall mountain, probably right up to about there. And then we'd have like a little, because we're going to get rid of probably all this ring here. I want to keep some of this here, and we're going to build over here. Like the player's not going to be able to come like right here, all the way here. We'll set the map preference, but in this area, we're going to build our waterfall. We're going to get rid of all this bullshit right here, this ring. And we're going to build a massive cliff, massive mountain with a waterfall. And we're going to have a little pool here where the water collects at the basin. Then we're going to have two lakes, one that splits off over here. Rivers rather. One that splits off over here and one that splits off over here. Alright, so let's begin by crafting our huge-ass motherfucking mountain. So, you craft mountains in this game by two ways. Either you can... What you can do, if you want to be a little cheap, is go into new objects, nature, rocks, and then you can get like really big mountain rocks. Yeah, so see, you can get like really massive, I'll show you here, because one-sided rocks like this, and just embed them into the landscape and then build up. And that's actually pretty good if you're going to build like inside that way you could appear to have a rocky background. You can do it this way if you're putting stuff in the middle of a map. But since I'm going to restrict players' access to this, I'd like to do it handmade and show you guys how to manipulate the ground to do it. So again, you could just stack up like multiple ones like this, so you could see where I mean. And they got all the different kinds. They got coastal rocks. So I think we probably end up using this because it's more beachy. But, you can see where I go. Primal. These are actually from Far Cry Primal. Yeah, I remember seeing that in Primal. Those are from Far Cry. But no, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something different. We're gonna edit the land. So we're gonna do something a lot more ambitious. So what I want to do right now is I want to mark the land. So it's something I always do when making this, and it's pretty much just putting a big object somewhere. Usually I use like a pair of towers, so that's what we're going to do here. We're going to do industrial, I think I picked the wrong class. No, I didn't. Alright, that's perfect. So, I like to place these so I know kind of where I want my mountains at. But I don't want it too far, because I want people to come back here. So, right here's... And I'll put one right about here. So yeah, I'll delete these later on. I just do that so now I know, like you can see, okay, he's marked the boundaries for his map, or for my mountain rather, and I'm going to make it. So, we'll probably end up actually moving these jet skis here. I'm not sure if I'll move this one, but we'll see. Alright. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make our mountain. We're going to make the base of our mountain, and we're going to go to the terrain tools. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the raise level feature for a bit, and then the top of the mountain we're going to end up bumping it, because that gives you that nice pointiness, and then you can smooth your way down. So what we're going to do is, vegetation and terrain tools, here we go. So again, you see you have flatten, bump, and you have, more. I actually have never even used the set to height or the hole tools. I have no idea how these things work. Well, we'll probably do like a creative match stream, just where I test out new shit to see what I can come up with, and we'll probably end up using these there. I don't even know what noise is. We'll just use that too. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll use raise lower. Now this is set at 25 feet. If I believe right from last time, these is set at 15. So what we're going to do is we're going to set our first layer at 25 feet. There we go. Let's use the radius. We'll make the radius a little bit bigger. And just kind of like keep away from my mark. Harness fells all the way throughout so you can create a perfect thing. And on height we're going to go again 25 feet. Now remember, the player is not going to be able to, no, I thought that was a lie. We'll go to 20 feet to start. Oh, okay, I was right. 25 feet. I was right. Okay, so I did too a little high. That wasn't high enough for me. I didn't appreciate that. Go 27. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, fucked up. You want to be very careful when doing that, because I don't want to create that second high story there. And so you can see, I kind of went a little out of my boundary there, but that's to be expected. Now, should you see also the little cracks here? We got to fill in those cracks. So what we just do is just lower the circle down there. And see, like right there, that's okay if you get stuff like that, because you just want to fill in those cracks. Any land at all being showcased. So even if you start to build the second tier, don't worry about it. Now, I hope you guys can even just start to see what I mean. The mountain's going to come to life. You just got to start seeing it from this point of view. It's going to be quite a massive mountain. It's probably one of the biggest I've made. So we're going to bring it right along to the edge of this wall that we had here. And oh shit, that fucked up that. That one wasn't good. Again, you don't have to worry. Creating mountains and creating land navigation like this, it's kind of like your own personal spin, because each artist wields the tool differently. So you're gonna see different mountains crafted differently by different people, because again, it's a tool that I'm gonna move this thing out of the way so I can still see it. It's a tool that everyone uses differently, so you're gonna see different looking mountains. And I really like how this one's coming together so far. It's looking pretty nice. Don't worry about unevenness or roughness or anything like that, because you want that. If you don't have unevenness or roughness, it's not going to look good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the terrain smaller this time. So you want to, when you're building mountains, you build them from the bottom up. So you build the bottom has the widest base, and then as you go up, you want to enclose that base till it reaches a summit. So you want to make it smaller as you go up. Raise the lower tool again. I think we'll do the same height. I like that height, which is to do a really smaller circle. So right about there. And then we'll go through here. And we're not going to cover the edges. We're not going to cover the edges. We're going to smooth those out. So you just want to do like the middle, inside the middle here. I think a fucking third layer. I didn't want to do that. Can I exit that third layer out? Yeah, okay, good. Alright, perfect. So now you can already see our base layer, which we're going to meld all this shit in together right here. Our base layer, our top layer, and then what we're going to have is the top layer up here. We're going to do one more layer, and that's going to be it for now. Now you can see our waterfall shape starting to come down. I hope you guys can see it. This thing's going to be fantastic. Alright. So, now we're going to do one final thing. I think we're going to keep for 27. I like this height. It gives a good height. We might lower it down to 20. Something nice and small to finish it off. And we're going to lower the radius, obviously, down to, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And so, here is the finished, actually, you know what? I want to do one more. I want to have 4 layers. I'm a fucking greedy bastard. I want to have 4 layers. We're going to lower it down again to 7 or 8. Yeah, let's do 8. I like 8. Alright, let me see how that looks. Yeah, I like that a lot. So as you can see here, we have our completed, I'll scoop out so you can see it. This is our completed rough mountain shape. So, just to give you guys a tour of what it looks like for the front. Again, when I'm done, this is going to be the screen cap for the map. It's going to show a beautiful island right here. It's going to be super surreal. And, I can already see it in my head now. So if we look at it from the back, actually it's pretty cool too for the back. I like it for the back as well. Alright, so now we've kept within our parameters. I kept within this parameter almost perfectly. This guy, as we know, we had to move back. But I still kept within him pretty nicely. You don't have to have it super even. Nature isn't even. Nature isn't equal. So it's nice to have flaws. You can't do land navigation perfectly without having flaws. If you do, if it looks 100% perfect, it's not real. So you have to have your flaws. Flaws make it perfect. We're going to manage map. We're going to save. Always, always, always save. The first time I did my stream, I didn't save. I forgot. We lost the whole fucking map on game reserve. You guys should remember me in a former stream telling you that. So always, always save. So now we have our rough mountain shape. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to choose a palette for it. Because I want to see, I always choose my palettes now, because I want to see how the mountain's going to form. And when I start to shape it with the erosion tools and the smoothing tools, then I'm going to see, it'll show me how I'm doing. So, yeah, that's the plan. So before I go to the palette, my objective is, you can see I kind of built the mountain on these layers. So you have one super fine layer here, a layer here, another layer here, and then a layer here. And you have this nice, beautiful pike, which I think I'm going to keep. I'm just going to shorten it down, but I think I'm going to keep that pike. And then you have one layer here, one layer here, one layer here, and one layer here. This is actually a little bit thicker than this end, if you see, but that's fine. And, again, unevenness, perfect. And what we're going to do is we're going to run 2 waterfalls on this map. We're going to run one down from here, and it's going to coalesce onto rock face, and we're going to run one down from here. It's going to coalesce. It's going to look fucking gorgeous. We're probably going to put maybe like 25 to 35 waterfalls on this map, waterfall animations, right here, so it can look really nice. And we'll have the basin at the bottom, and then we'll have our 2 lakes going off this way and this way. And then we'll start using this little tool, which I've been keeping secret for you guys. I think we're going to use this as a little secret. I like how you can enter through these pipes. I think we're going to make that a little secret. So, alrighty. Alright, just use our palette. Alright, so obviously we're going to go to another palette for the mountain. And I'm just going to, when I do palettes for my mountains, I don't care about area. I'll touch up later. I just do massive areas. But for now, I just want to see, we're going to use Alpine Forest Moss. And we're just going to paint the shit out of this mountain. Just so I can see, what color I can keep switching it into. No, that looks stupid. I'm going for solid, probably rocky. That's actually not too bad. Even though it's concrete, it actually looks kind of mountainous. We'll keep that one in check. Shit, no. And this is really important when choosing this shit, because if your map doesn't have aesthetics, then you're not gonna get anything above a 2-star. No, I don't like that at all. Damn it. Alright, so now we're getting to the rock versions here. That's not bad. That might be the one I go for. We're gonna keep checking some out though, but I really like that one. That one's really good too. And no, I don't like that. That's for like canyon, that's not for island rock. No. Because what I'm going to do is I'm end up, I really like that color. I'm going to kind of do something like this. I don't like things as mossy, but I'm going to kind of add green tones to it. I'm going to paint a little more with this color because I'm really liking this palette. But I don't know, it seems more like volcanic than tropical island to me. Oh, yeah, this is very important when you're choosing a color, because you got to make sure that it's the right color for your map. You know, and I like a lot of the colors that I've seen so far. Rock Pebbles, I hate that one. That's not the color I had before. I think this was the color I had before. No, I don't like that either, dude. Yeah, that I really kind of like. I think that's going to end up being my thing, because that seems mountainous, and I can add splashes of green. Alright, we're going to go with this color. But for my volcanic crater map, definitely that other color. That was perfect. That almost was perfect for okay, so what we're going to do, radius of our circle. Again, we're going to bring it up. I'm not caring what transforms right now. You know, we're going to push the hardness all the way up so everything is transformed. And we're going to push the speed up all the way. Don't slow me down, baby. Don't slow me down. Alright. Alright, so now I'm pretty sure we've covered the entire area in this palette. So I'm going to add our secondary colors, but the secondary colors are going to come later. So now I'll just give you a little tour of what we've done here. So now you can see it definitely looks more like a cliff face. But it still looks too well created. These circles, there's still too many perfections here. We gotta eliminate those perfections. So what we're gonna do is, I really don't want to get rid of this spiky top. I actually kind of like that. I think it makes it look nice. But we are gonna, I ain't gonna fuck with this spiky top at all, nothing. But we're gonna fuck with these bottom edges right here. We're gonna totally get rid of this. Then we're gonna start echoing down. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to try the first couple different things. But first I want to save. Always save. Alright, so first I want to try using the erosion tool. I don't know, the smooth tool on some of these. So go into smooth. And let's try a bigger radius here. There we go. We're getting the back of the mountainside. Now, when you're smoothing out objects, the back of the mountainside, if it looks nice, that's a bonus. But you want the front the front is the selling piece. So you want the front to look nice. Fuck the back. If the back looks nice, that's great. But if it doesn't, not my fucking problem. Alright, so let's go to hardness. We want to increase that hardness up. And then, speed, let's push that to fucking 30. Okay. Oh yeah, so you can see we've already started to get rid of those ridges here. And that was the whole goal, is to get rid of these, to form them into the mountain. And you can see that it starts to kind of puff out. That actually looks really nice. I don't think I'm going to fuck with that one any more than I already have. So, again, I'm not fucking with my spire. I love the spire. I love the way the spire came out, so we're going to keep the spire. I don't know if I didn't fuck with it. I think I just did. Did I fuck with the spire? No, I didn't. Okay. So as you can see, we just smoothed out pretty much those ruffles. And we're going to do the same here. These little points, if you don't want them, I actually kind of want them. I think I'll get rid of that one. You can just erode those away. So what we'll do is erosion. You go to very, erosion's only a square, so you go to very, push this all the way up, and landslide has to be all the way at 100. Alright, hold on. Distortion up. Besides spin tools, that's not working as well as I'd like. Definitely decrease the, Alright, so now you can see that we've gotten rid of that fucking point, and I've started to smooth out the mountain, and now you can see that we've got that smooth right there. And we've kept our spire, because I think the spire sells this fucking cliff face. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to start preparing our mountain. Now, we want to keep, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I want to keep that, yeah, I want to keep that, that's nice. These ridges right here, these pointy bits, I'm going to soften them up a little bit. And I'm going to soften up the edges of my circle bases. And then once that gets all done, we'll erode them, and they'll be much thinner. So, like, you see how there's like a 6-inch gap right here? The gap's going to probably stop right where the left edge of my circle is. That's how much we're going to erode. So it's not going to be nowhere near as big. But it's going to look fantastic. So let's get on these points right here. Ah, yes. So you can see you got to be really careful when you're working with the smooth tool, especially if you're doing massive speed work. It's just about how much you feel comfortable doing. And see right here, see this tip? I ain't going to change that anymore. Because it doesn't look like, well, there's another one I can show you that looks really fucked up. Like you see here, this is obviously, this square edge, that's obviously not real. But this down here, this looks legitimate. So I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to keep it the way it is because perfections have imperfections in them. When it's all about land crafting, perfections have imperfections. Again, back to the smooth tool. Like I'm saying, once you get used to the smooth tool, it's all depending on how fast you want to work and how fast you think you can work and how fast, yes. So I told you I was going to fuck with this, not the spire, but these ridges right here, and I am. Kind of like what I did there. I made that a spire. I think I'm actually going to keep that. I really like the way that looks. But I think I might remove this one. So as you can see, we still have the foundation of the spire. I'm going to keep that because it looks nice. So you can see the spire work I've already done here. And you can see that all the spires are gone and it's starting to fold more into the cliff face. That's exactly what you want. We're going to save again. Now we're going to do this. I'm going to work like the top down when I'm doing this. So we're going to work over here now. This spike I don't want because it's probably not really like part of the main spike. So we're going to get rid of this one here. Just be careful not to touch if you're making a spiky top or you don't want a certain area touched. Like I think I just fucked up something. Okay, no I didn't. There you go, perfect. I don't like that little circle on the back. Like I said, the back usually is not important, but I don't like that. Oh, did I fuck something up? Yes, I did, and I know I fucked something up. Yeah, that little middle spire fucked up a little bit, but we'll keep it like that. I just love the way that looks, like a knife in the air. That looks sexy. Alright, so let's go over here. And the first thing we're going to fuck with is this right here. Our natural see right there, I ain't gonna fuck with that. It has a little mini spire, but that's fine. You see that a lot in the wildlife. I ain't gonna mess with that. Alright. See any more veins coming down here. Yeah, I see one right here on this side. This is more in the back, but it's also on the side, so I'm gonna take care of this one too right now. I think I smoothed some of the edge there. I didn't want to do that, but okay. Oh, I didn't want to create one of those. Alright, so what we've done right there, and I didn't intend to do it, but I kept continuing with it because I wanted to show you guys. We melded our second and third tiers together right there. And that's how you actually create thickness in mountains too. You want to weld like that. It's kind of like just like you're TIG welding something. That's a weld right there on a mountainside. And you just do that all the way around and you get thickness on your mountains. But like I said, I don't want to do that exactly because I want people to see the layers, but I don't want them to look like layers. I want them to look natural. Alright. So what we're going to do is, we still have these two layers down here. This bottom layer, which was our base at the beginning of the game, I'm going to actually mold this like I did over here. I'm going to mold this with this, so it all looks like one. It's going to look really nice. But first, we got to mess with this. And again, like I said before, using the smooth tool, it's all up on you guys to how you want to do that. You know, how fast you want to go, how comfortable you are with the map editor, that kind of stuff. Gotta make it a little bigger here. Let me see how well it's coming. Okay, it's coming along. So what we're going to do is decrease here. There we go. So you can see, like, where we're going to start TIG welding shit. Right here, we're going to fuck with all this whole thing. And so that's why I'm not worried about this. Well, I'm not going to reduce that spire anyways, but you could have left that spire there. So now we've gotten rid of all the sharp points on our map. All the sharp points are gone. You see some graphical bullshit patches like this. That's where the land's super stretched. You can fix that with a bunch of different things, so don't worry about that. We're going to end up fixing all that bullshit. But this pretty much top half right here is scratch free. Now, what I do is, I said I'm going to mold the circles around here, and I'm going to, but that's going to happen after I glue the base, because I need to see how the whole thing looks like, so when I'm doing the second and third layers down, I can, or second and first layers down rather, I can judge accordingly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use the smooth tool again, this time at a bigger ratio. And first of all, we're going to save. This is really dangerous. This is like the foundation of the map, so I may fuck up here. We may have to reload a couple times. So just be prepared for that. So what you want to do is not necessarily, not necessarily combine them, but just make it look like they're more of one piece. See, I have this area right here that's starting to weld up really nicely. And so what I do is I like to go through with the big side first. Oh shit, I'm not gonna go that high, but that's fine. And then I want to decrease the size down, and I want to go in by hand and start molding the. Now you can see what I mean. I'm molding the cliff face as we go. And you can see that now you're starting to see more natural coming out of it. I mean, you get these little spikes here, but you can fix that shit. See, easy. You can start to see it, now you can start to see it blending together as one on the base. That's exactly what you want. So we're going to keep working here. Just keep molding, keep combining. Remember, how the smooth tool works is it's pretty simple. It takes the majority of the area that your smooth tool is already in, and it works it. So you can see, actually, unnecessarily, I've actually been doing this right-hand side the whole time. That smooth tool has actually been helping me, and look how beautiful that is. You can see the different layers of rock going up, especially right here, your first layer, and then your second layer, and then your third layer. That looks natural to me. I mean, the third layer right here, that doesn't look too bad. Third and fourth, I need to erase those some more, but The first three look beautiful. And you can start to see the mountain really come into shape here. So, we're going to continue with our small... if Ubisoft is actually watching this, I'd appreciate it if you guys actually added the ability to lock the camera. Oh, you did. Oh, shit. My bad, Ubisoft. I was just about to bitch him out for not locking the camera. I didn't know that tool. It was there. Shit. Alright, so, lock the camera again. Alright. So you see again what I'm doing here, and like I was explaining the tool before. The tool takes, it encompasses the area within the circle. It will average out the land, or smooth out the land to the land in the circle, to the majority of land in the circle. So if you have like one little bump, and here I'll demonstrate for you. Just so because this is important you guys know. Bump. I made a little bump. Done. Now, I have the smooth tool here. And obviously my smooth tool is about 3 times larger than the bump. So what'll happen is that it will average out any inconsistencies with the majority of the same level of land. So after a bit, because we haven't actually had slow setting, believe it or not. That was slow what I was doing on the mountain. After a bit, no more bump. And you can use this tool. I think the bump, a little bit of the bump might still remain. Yes, it does still remain. Look. And again, all you have to do is increase the hardness. And voila, no more bump. So, while the, now we gotta fucking decrease it for our map making here. Force good. Speed's at 24. I actually think I like this side. I think there's one little area I want to touch up here. That's about it. You want to be careful not to lose these little imperfections. I think I lost one or two right here, and that's kind of triggering me, but I still see a couple, and I don't think I'm going to fuck with the front cliff of the map. I think that we're done here. I want to try one more thing here. I didn't really do anything. Didn't give me what I was hoping for. Well, it did, but not as much as I wanted. Alright, so now we're going to fix these little imperceptions right here. We're going to do that by combine smoothing them. So now you can see we fixed that imperfection. We fixed that imperfection. Alrighty. So again, now that we've done this, the right side is now completely done as well. Except for these these little imperfections here, which we gotta work with. Fix. 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 It's the little things, you know, you gotta watch out for. And people will judge this, you know, some people can say I'm being picky, but I want a 5-star map, and in order to get a 5-star map, I gotta be fucking perfect like Ubisoft. So, and they're pro designers, so I gotta get my game up here. I'm looking just for any of those more stretched land graphic fuck-ups that I can repair. There's one right there. Bam. Bam. There's tons over here. Bam. Bam. Well, I still gotta fuck with this area, too. I haven't fucked with it enough yet. Yeah, they're all over the edges here, so I'm doing just a quick little squirt around the edges here. Alrighty. Alright, so what now I'm going to do is we're going to just pretty much destroy our circles. So as you can see, I pretty much tortured the circle rim around here. I made you're gonna want to keep some parts bumpy, some parts not. That's how you create rock faces that look original. And again, this all depends on the artists. You know, who's wielding the tool. And you want, when you're doing detail work like this, you want to keep it close. And don't worry if you start to mix and match the little ledges. Like I said, I want to keep my ledges, but I told you guys they'd be about half of what they are, and they're going to be. And we still haven't eroded yet. Erosion is like the garnish for any culinary dish, is the final piece de resistance that gives it that final look that brings the whole dish together. So, and don't worry if you make mistakes or imperfections that you don't like. You can see that wall. I started through the third circle, but I stopped. You can see the first two circles. That doesn't look like a fucking man-made circle. It looks like something's eroded it. It looks like something's really hit it. My mountain's really starting to come together now. And I haven't even splashed it with the different colors added in the vegetation. The waterfall is. I can already tell where I'm going to put the waterfalls in. We're not just going to leave this empty. We're going to put probably some fake rocks on top of here. I may utilize some of those fake rocks and put them here and just craft our whole waterfall from there. So, as we're proceeding here, I'm actually really liking this left side of my tower here. I think like this whole thing, I think I'm gonna make a waterfall on one of my maps. There's a map I'm thinking about creating, which is a pretty much a journey map that you have to actually climb a waterfall. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make this map, or this style of waterfall here, just this side of the mountain. I'm gonna make probably 3 of those, and you have to climb. They're going to be different heights, and you have to climb the different waterfalls. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Increase the size here to 4, just so I can really give that a shallow basin. Yeah, I fucked that up right there. Alright, so now, we're almost done with our tower, manipulation-wise, our mountain. We haven't decorated it yet, but we're almost done manipulation-wise. This is gonna end up being the final product here. We may end up adding like a trio of rocks around here, and we're gonna decorate it, but this is the back side. So again, players aren't going to be able to climb or do anything on here. At least I think I'm not going to allow them to. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll let them climb it and they can, on the left-hand side. And they'll be able to do a helicopter on top. That's actually kind of fucking mint. I didn't even think about that. That's kind of cool. Well, I may do that. That's kind of actually wicked. We may end up doing that. But I'll definitely add some rocks along. I don't know if I'm adding along top or. Well, we'll see how it works as we go along. But that is pretty much the backdrop, main portion of the mountain, physically manipulated done. So do a little tour here so you guys can see all the details. And again, I didn't really work the backside. You can tell the backside's not been worked. It's because I don't give a shit about the backside. It's only the side that the players interact with that I care about. And now we have come full circle. So now we're gonna start the finishing touches and decorations. So now it's time for a little bit of erosion. We are in the water, so wind erosion, everything erosion, it's gonna all be like that. So first of all, in order to get any real erosion effect, you gotta have your erosion set at least 4. Because you have it set for 1, I'll show you right now. Even though it's at the max setting, it does nothing. It does not a damn thing. You have to have it set at 4, because it's like the smooth tool. It takes the area. Now watch. See, now you'll see that it just did a whole bunch of something. We're gonna save right here, because again, this is like a very hard step. And I could fuck up here and we may have to reload once or twice. But I only like eroding the edges of my buildings. So you can see here, we actually just did this whole cliff face in about half a second. So, boom, 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 boom. And as you can see here, we still haven't lost some of our features. You don't want to erode so much that you lose your features. That's definitely not a good thing. And I'm not going to touch the pike with erosion, because the pike already looks like it's kind of been eroded, so I'm not worried about the pike. One, two. And make sure you're going up close and see it, because you can see the erosion up close, but it's hard to sometimes see it when you're not up close. So now, you can tell our map looks definitely more weathered. It looks more chewed up, more like it's actually been, not carved by God on the first day. So I think this is how we're going to end up keeping it. I think it looks really, really nice. And now we're going to add our secondary splashes of color. So, I want like a mossy kind of green color for this. A light mossy green that I can splash in and out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Trade Tools, Palette. And they call it paint texture, but in the thing is that they actually call them palettes. So, I'm going to select Alpine Forest, and then what we're going to do is we're going to close down the reeds of our thing, sorry. Now, also what we're going to do is we're going to lower the speed drastically. We're down to about 20. I'm at 25. And then we're going to lower the hardness down to about 20. I think, so you can see, as you can see, that one little speck, it only shaded it. And that's what you want. You don't want, if you hold it, you're going to get full moss pine. But if you just tap it, you're going to get that shade. So I'll show you what I mean if you just, like, up the tree, just super tap, super tap. I went too much there, but you can start to see what I mean when you tap it. And it doesn't completely change your palette. You can still see your palette in there, but you get better results. So we're going to just delete all those palettes there. Because I want something that, we're going to delete that one. So we're just going to... Alright, so now I've got a shaded in portion of my thing. I don't want to go any darker than that. So now I'm going to be able to switch the different palettes, and I'm going to be able to know what looks nice. So I want something green. Nothing else is going to work. Give me something green. It actually kind of looks really nice, that rocky cliff face, but the mossy cliff face. Alright, we got mountain grass. No, ew. I want something nice. I want the tropical mountain feel, and just not getting that. I think the Alpine green gives it to me, but I don't really want the Alpine green. And every time I use that moss cliffside, it looks more like not a jungle mountain, but an actual forest mountain. That might work. That's greener. No. No. These grasses look pretty dark. Oh, I gotta do something again. There you go. That's one light, that's one super dark, so we can see what it actually looks like. Because I may need to press a bit more, depending on the color. Oh, I think I found it. Grass foliage looks really nice. No, I think I like number one still. No, I think we're gonna go with see, because that's too yellow for me. I think we're gonna go with grass foliage 1. That seems really nice to me. So we're gonna go with that. And what you can start to do is, again, you just want to be really careful and just start painting. You know, the sides of your cliff face. You can get a couple darker spots, but mostly you want to keep it light. And you don't have to paint your whole mountain fucking green either. And again, when it comes to this shit, it's all... And I think you guys can start seeing it coming. I halted it a little bit longer on there because I wanted to really get that crevice good. You just go random with it, you know? Go feel your heart out. Feel with your heart. It just, if you trust yourself, it's going to come out much better. You don't panic so much, because then your mouth's going to turn out shit. If you're fucking panicking and shit, your mouth's going to turn garbage. You know, when you think it's done, look at it, and I think that's done. I think it looks really nice. I love that spire on top. I still think that's fantastic. Once we get the water, I'm going to put some bushes out here. You know, like right here in this little area, I'm going to stick a bush right there. And so now, this is our eroded, foliaged mountaintop here. I really like this. I think it looks nice. Yeah, I think we're pretty set here. Even though I'm not doing any work on the back, I think I am going to just color in the back a bit. These people go back there, I don't want them. Now you can start to see our mountain really come together. Sorry about this, guys. Just give me 1 second. I think I got a text. Alright. Okay. So, we're going to continue here, designing our little mountaintop. Alright. I'm just checking, giving it an eye over. You don't want to give your mountain an eye over every couple minutes, just to see, you know, if you spot any imperfections. Like that, if I spotted this on the front, that's an imperfection right here. But since it's on the back, I'm going to let it fly. Alright, now we're going to go to the bottom. And this is something you should also do, is look at your map as a person.
Deathmatch.
Like, holy shit. Imagine when I get that all decorated. It looks nice, don't it? I think it does. Obviously, all this has to get fucking fixed and bullshit, but this map is going to be amazing when it finally gets done. Are you kidding me? Really close quarters combat, too. For PUBG on, really close quarters. So I like that a lot. I think this map's going to be really cool. Alright, so now that we've given a punch for success, now we're back to the arcane editor. Let's save. Oh, management. There we go. What was I thinking there? And now we're going to start decorating our map. So what I mean by decorating is, obviously, I'm not going to have it, just a funnel here. From this point on, now we got to fix this. Well, she didn't even notice these. We're going to smooth those out real fast. Hold on. And that, I'll continue with what I was saying while I smooth these out really quick. In that, yeah, that's good. See the other sides, okay. Right here is where we're going to create our river bowl. So to do that, the best tool in the world is the dig tool, and we're only going to dig, I didn't mean to do that deep. So we're going to leave a little base. Oh, shit, did not mean to go that far. Again, this is just kind of... See, I still went too far. Damn it. Perfect. Alright. So now we're also going to decrease it on the outside as well, so... So what I'm doing now is I'm creating a way out. So every map has their kind of like their way out. And what we're doing now is we're just, as you can see, I've increased the, I lowered the land there inside the pool. No, that's good, I like that. So, again, what we're doing is we are creating a way out for the player. And so I think I've done that right here, and we're going to show you what that means. So we're going to actually load in. I'm in the water. Let's say you decide to jump off the water ball, so I think I'm going to make it way to climb up. This is going to be your way out. So obviously you see, I believe it should be on the light. Yeah, so you're easily able to walk up it, walk down it. Pretty much walk up any side. That's your walkout. If you have a body of water and you don't have a walkout, then you're fucking up. So I'll give it a punch for success. And I actually so my whole beach is able to. This is a whole walkout right here. You can walk up this whole beach if you wanted to. Always gotta have a walkout. Wait for the player to get back up. So now we've created our little pool. We're going to save again. Always save when it gets done. Perfect. And now we're going to get mountain rock. So the reason we're doing everything kind of mountainous is we're going to have a nice sandy beach. But really beyond, I'm going to delete these walls. But beyond any of this, beyond any of beyond this portion here, it's all going to be different. I'm going to choose a different palette color because it's supposed to be a jungle-y, tropical jungle kind of forest. Not an Amazon jungle, but a tropical island. Something really nice. So I'm going to make something really nice, and we'll cover that in probably the third portion of the stream. For now, we're just sticking with our beautiful mountain. So what we're going to do is we're going to place to keep in, now it is a tropical island, but to keep in theme with the mountain, because you don't want to have mountain one color and then your rocks completely the other color. To keep in theme with the mountain, we're going to use rocks that look like they came from the mountainside. So just got to turn them to see. And as you can see, that rock does not look appropriate. Alpine forest. These rocks look better, but still. And you see what I go for here. I want to create a nice little ring base here. But I don't think I did such a good job. I don't really need one. Just a couple rocks in the corners. Because the bottom waterfalls are really rocky. Maybe just not big ones. So it's too green for me. Coastal, no. Himalayan. Actually, I think Himalayan matches the most. I wish it wasn't all green like that. Actually, I like this one a lot. This one really matches. But click there because I have an idea for that. I want to create like a little stepping platform behind the waterfall that players can get onto and get like certain gear, certain surprise weapons. I think that's going to be really cool for that. That's what I'm talking about, is not this, but the stuff like this, little rocks. I wish there's a vegetation for rocks. That's what I need right now, is a nice rock vegetation, but there isn't any. The game assholes are fucking assholes. Don't give me my goddamn rock jet. Fucking... I think we'll do a couple of the bigger formations here. I like that one. We're just going to keep here so we can copy and paste them as we go throughout the map. Enter mountain. Pretty much the same bullshit. Oh, that actually kind of looks like my mountain. We'll keep that. So she look at mountain now. Now we're going to see primal. I hear my family arguing downstairs. It's just crazy. Crazy household. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our little secret. The first of a couple of this map here. We're going to create our, what I'm calling a rock ledge. And so, okay, we're going to bam. Bam. When you're crafting secrets, it's, I don't like imperfection, so I have to nail these back to the rock wall. I hate imperfection, so, like, if I see even a single glitter, I'll get triggered. Alright, so now we see that we figured our little ledge for the player. And what we'll do is, we're going to attach a little grappling hook. And we're going to make sure this area is really covered with foliage and bullshit. Just to see if players can get it. So we're going to attach like a little grappling hook to the front of this here. And what we'll do is, I think we'll put the rocket launcher in here. And maybe like a bunch of health packets and stuff like that. So what we'll do is we're going to go to, gameplay options. And we're going to go to, climbing navigation, there we go. And then climbable ledges. And we're going to put we're going to try putting just a climbable ledge up and see if that actually works. Yeah, placing objects like this is actually a real pain in the ass. So what I always do is I just lock the camera. So now you can control the object much more, and you can, space it where you want to space it, and now I can tell that it's at the edge of its precipice right there. I want to just see if I can, there you go. That's what I like. I think that's as perfect as a placement as I can place. Now we're going to see if it's climbable. Because if it's not, we have to put a grappling hook there. I don't think it is. No, it's completely not climbable. So we're going to put a, that's actually a really beautiful placement too. It triggers me. Take that off. We're going to put a, weapons and ammo. Let's see, vehicles. No. What am I fucking doing? Climbing navigation. There we go. Climbable ledges. And now we're gonna put a grapple anchor. Not a grapple anchor swing, but a grapple ledge. There we go. That's what I want to put. If you can hear any of that, I apologize. My family's fucking crazy. So I'm streaming, and all I hear is Steven saying all that filth downstairs. What is wrong with our fucking brother?
I don't know.
You're not. Just tell me you don't give a fuck. I want to hear it. Because I know you don't care. You don't give a single shit. Just say it. You're like, I couldn't give any less of a fuck if I tried. Alright, I think that's fair. We're gonna try grappling up there now. Alright. Sorry. Phone call. I gotta change my ringtone. My ringtone sucks. So obviously, for some reason, I can't grapple. I think I may have put it backwards. If I did, I'm gonna feel so shitty. Or if I can't grapple from the water, that'll suck. I'm pretty sure I could. Here we go. Trying to... I don't think it's on backwards. I just don't think I can grapple from the water. I think that's it. And that's gonna really be shitty if that's true. I'll see if I can grapple from it, from the land there. Yeah, see, so I can grapple from here. And then it cuts off right when we get into the water. I think I know what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna raise a little circle of the land in the water. Off the camera again. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create a natural plot of land by raising and lowering the land here. Now, if memory serves, this portion of land from the ground, or from the base, is about 25 feet. So, I think what we'll do, it's going to take us a couple tries, because I'm not sure where the land is down here. I have to edit this shit. Hold on. I can't believe I didn't think about this before. is we're just going to put it above the rock ledge. There we go. Come on, Rich, use your brain. Alright, I should make sure that the... Oh yeah, it's perfectly set. And so what we could do is we could, first I want to actually see if I can swing to that from here, which I don't think I can. Yeah, it's way too low on the mountain face. Quick fix, all we gotta do is bring it up. Oh, this mountain's gonna look fucking gorgeous. So now I think it's high enough to whereas we can swing it and not hit the water. So what we're going to do is we're also going to create a swing gapple thing, another one in here. I don't even play PUBG, that's the funny thing, I don't like those games. Which again is the really funny thing. Alright. So see what we ought to do with here is I placed it a bit too out because where the green zone begins is where you're going to see the option on your screen to grapple. See now, you don't even see the grapple here. I guarantee you we can probably just... Oh shit, still the water, we still hit the water. Might include one more swing there. That's what we'll do. Because you want it to be hard, so I don't mind them if they fall to the river, I don't mind if they fall there. Oh yeah, you can just walk around the whole fucking thing. We don't even need to have the grapple points. You can literally just walk behind the damn thing. I love when my map surprised me. I don't think we're going to even have the grapple things, because the grapple things, while they were cool, it kind of seems like they're completely unnecessary now. Plus, they ruined the screenshots for the final map, because you can't get this shit to turn off. Alright, so our waterfall is going to encompass all of here, and this is going to be hidden. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to create what we should have been doing the last stream, was creating our rock, or for the last 20 minutes of the stream, is creating our rock face. So, as you can see here, you kind of want to blend them in there. We're going to just do like a little ring, as you could have probably guessed already. Little ring of rocks. Makes it look pretty nice. We're actually going to keep the secret area clear just so players don't get any ideas. I know we're also going to put foliage here. And I know right now it seems, what's the word, it seems like you could see the handcrafted work, but, I mean, you could see, like, the repeated patterns, but once you put all the foliage there, no one's gonna be able to tell shit. And I decided we'll put some rocks over the secret path anyways. See, yeah, that makes it look a bit more authentic to me, and I like, delete that. I like a bit more authenticity. I want to see how those rocks manage the player over here, since we're crafting a little secret. I didn't expect to craft a secret here in this stream either, but let's try what we're doing. So I see that a lot of the rocks are sticking up here. Well, that's going to be fixed once I add more rock to here, if I add more rock to here. Pushing back a little bit more. Now I gotta find some rocks. I think I like the generic rocks, not the Himalayan. The generic, the best. Something pointy, like that's perfect. Let's add one of these in here. And then, what else we got that we can add? Oh yeah, that's really good too. And again, sometimes a lot of these rocks, they aren't going to fully peek out of the surface. I'm going to bury a couple of them. Oh, this one's really good. Really good. That's okay. That one's really nice. Let's keep that one. And then you have the shallows. Okay, so I'm going to build my faces with this. The best part about these rocks is that they're three-dimensional. They're not like the other rocks in the game that are you can fuck with these and change the way they look just by turning or twisting them around. So I I really like this one because this one has kind of like that edge feeling of what I'm going for. So what we're going to do is I'm going to nail this right here. And you see how perfectly it blends right there? That's exactly what you want to see. Because the bottom, oh shit, I didn't want to delete that. The bottom of, oh, I can actually just resummon that, can't I? There we go. The bottom of waterfalls aren't like this. They're not fucking smooth. They're like this. They're jagged and rocky. And having a waterfall that's like smooth and edgy, that's just not the way to go. See, I turned the shape again just to get a better angle off it, and I got one. I'm going to use the same shape, and I'm going to make different angles each time. Simply because I can. And you can even leave a little bit of your cliff face open. That way your mountain still shines through. And I'm getting a really realistic view here. Again, I'm going to use the same rock for the whole edge. And you guys are going to see how you can use one rock to get a whole different outcome from what you thought you were going to get. There you go. I guess those rocks don't have a bottom. Damn, that kind of sucks. But still. So you can see I've created a realistic cliff face using different rocks. And it looks legitimate. So, now over here it looks like I used a bit more rocks, but we're going to cover this whole underground basin with rocks like these. These are our sticking out of water underground spike rocks. So, again, if anyone thinks that waterfalls are nice little cozy fucking, safe zone fucking style of places here, you'd be sorely mistaken. They're very jagged. They're very, very, very sharp at the bottom. Now, to get a good effect, I'm actually using a couple variants of stones. I'm not actually putting any underneath the ramp here. Just that one right there. 'Cause, 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 We're gonna put that. Again, this stuff may seem tedious, but if you want a 5-star map, this is some of the shit you have to fucking do. Alright. Sorry about that. Family always interrupts me during the stream. I love them to death, but I try to tell them I'm streaming, and they really have like no clue what the fuck that is. So it is what it is. So now you can see our base looks a lot more realistic. I'm gonna end up fucking with that rock right there. And remember, it doesn't have to look fucking perfect because we're gonna have the waterfall and bushes and shit all over. So now we're gonna put, and you're hearing me right on this, trees and bushes on our hillside because I want there to be, have a sort of tropical feel on it. I want them, it's a little bit more jungly trees, but it's gonna be pretty nice. You'll see what I mean. Nice couple forest trees at the top, and then the more as we approach more towards the beach, it'll go tropical. So we're gonna have like more mountainy up here, go down. We're gonna have more like plain grass area down here, and then a little like a mix of jungle, and then we're gonna have pure beach out here. So we're going to do our tree here first. So I'm not going to add vegetation. Everything's being planted. Oh, that's just true. I mean, but for the palms and everything, that will be like, because on here we didn't, last time we actually didn't plant them ourselves. We'll plant palms down here. But, for right now, we are going to, I keep thinking that's like a space, an opening, and it's actually like one of the grid lines. We're going to add our little secret up here that I'm going to make over here. We're going to add our helicopter pad actually up here because it's part of the design for the tower. So we're going to put, I gotta figure out where the helicopter pad symbol is though. I know it's in Far Cry 5. Objects. Commercial. No. Military. I know I've seen it too. Well, I guess we'll save that for later. I'm going to put the plane on top of here now, so I just know that this is where I want to put it. So I ain't going to make us wait while we hunt down for that particular plane. So, game mode objects, gameplay, highway navigation. Hold on, that kind of show vehicles, air. Sorry about that. So we are going to put this up here. Oh, that's right. Shit, I forgot I put too many jet skis out. Well, delete you. Now I got room for another vehicle. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's unfortunate we can only have 6 vehicles on a map, but that's, I guess that's enough. I put a helicopter on top of there. It actually is pretty badass. I'm gonna enjoy people climbing up there. But I also want this. I want to create a little forest here that have like a little, like in this little nook. There's gonna be like a little forest area, a little prepper area. Just gotta text someone so they don't call me again. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a gameplay. Oh no, yeah, the little forest, so. Rain, vegetation, going to do regular trees, and then we're going to do, I think we'll do aspen medium. No, it's more forest than jungle tree or mountainous tree. Oh, no, maybe we'll see. They're a little too wide from what I wanted it. Actually, no, I don't like that. I actually like the Savannah much better. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I like that actually a lot. I think that looks really nice. I have to see how it looks from the player's point of view, though. I'm afraid we only have a couple minutes left of the stream. We might have to do this mountain in 2 parts. I wish I didn't have to go to work, but I do. So, hopefully I don't have to end this right now. Probably have to. I'll just check out. We'll do this helicopter area, and then I think we'll end the stream. Alrighty. Yeah, I can barely see the tree, so I don't think it'll be that much of an issue. Alright, yep. So back to the arcade editor. Back up here. I think the tree area looks pretty good right now. I think what we'll do is we'll also go into the palette here. And we will do a couple more light taps. Just to see, I actually think this looks pretty fucking nice. I think we could have like a little something right here, you have a box or a rocket launcher or something, and then you have the plane right here. Wait. I don't know why it has that thing on it. Yeah, that was just a glitch. Alright, good. So that's pretty much it. We're going to put a little barrel back here. We'll put some goodies back here, but as for decorations, oh, I'm going to have to miss the spot. See? Completely smooth all that shit out. We'll do that later. So, I hope you enjoyed the stream. This is part 1 pretty much on how to build the mountain. We pretty much built the mountain. We colored it and skeeved it and eroded it, put all the finishing touches. Now we're just doing decorations. So, what I mean by that is I did end up seeing the vegetation for bushes. So we'll end up probably covering this mountain in various bushes. And then we'll put the waterfalls in. And then we'll cover up the secret, and I think we'll be done with the mountain. We'll do that in part 2 of the mountain street. So that is a pretty good example of the PUBG Island mountain. Pretty nice. Alright. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again soon.